Hello and welcome to the third video on the explanatory series on Changeling Dreaming by the Heralds of Gehenna. Again, it is me, the Herald of the Wind, ready to explain to you a little bit more about this amazing game. Today, as you can probably see right here, we're going to talk about Glamour and Banality, the two opposing forces you will have to deal with in this game. Pretty much the one thing that will kill you and what keeps you alive, and you use to cast powers, spells, arts, cantrips, however you want to call them. Absolutely necessary for you to go forward in the series. You're gonna need to understand these things. Super easy, but necessary information. So, starting with a small parenthesis here. When does a changeling first, faces glamour, which is the nice thing, When a changeling awakens from, their human persona, is in this weird moment, in this amazing fortuitous event of great inspiration and wonder. Say you hear this amazing song that really touch your soul, like literally touch your soul. Maybe drugs, maybe a really, strong trip on drugs. It could be anything, something like a life changing, all moment of inspiration. You are pretty much infused with glamour, and the fairy soul that sleeps within you is awakened. And you find yourself on a different skin. Maybe you have memories of your past lives. Maybe you're a satyr and you see that you have goat legs. You are she and you are more beautiful. You are a troll and you have blue skin and horns, and you are suddenly bigger and stronger. On the other side, being a full, becoming an almost full creature of wonder, the world is grayer and duller now. You see the world for what it really is. Something that is missing. Something is missing on the world. And that's where all begins. So, let's start on a sad note, banality, and then we will go towards glamour, right? Banality, it is this really weird concept. It's really this weird thing, you cannot really touch it, not even, in a, metaphysical sense. The fairies cannot touch banality. It is not a thing, a physical thing. It is the routine, the lack of aspirations, of being apathic to everything, is having no, bigger longings on your soul. It is a lack of will. It takes all joy from your life. And for a changeling, it is even worse. What I was saying was for humans. It poisons the soul. It takes the essence of the wonder of the creature of chaos that you are slowly from you and your memories until you are more than an empty vessel that cannot remember anything. So it will undo you. You will lose everything you are, who you are, and your memories. A good comparison of banality is Alzheimer. If you've if you know somebody, or you've seen, I don't know, a documental a movie and you've seen how awful can Alzheimer be, that's a good comparison. So a little bit of the system numbers so you understand banality better. It goes from 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest banality and 10 being the worst you can get. So a normal human with 1 to 3 points or dots, as they are usually called, on banality is what you will call a dreamer. There are people that the Fae world looks for and loves them. They are really seen as weird people by society. They are considered pretty much crazy. You could find dreamers on an asylum. From 4 to 5, you will have creators, people that cannot keep a routine, people that have higher morals and they are really moved by what they desire in life. Banality 6 is more common. There are people that try to resist what the world wants for them, and they want to seek and they seek happiness. By 7, you will find people that are pretty much undone by the routine. It's pretty much the person that goes to work, goes to your house and just sits and watch TV and repeats the next day. They can have happy moments, but there is nothing more there really. So you see, like, there is no middle point. There is no like a sweet spot. Like you go from somebody that you can respect at 6 and suddenly on 7, yeah. On 8, banality 8, you will find people that are pretty much apathic toward like more freeing people, the kind of person that will look you bad on the street and they will criticize you, don't dress like that, don't do this. That people that will close the door because you do not conform to norms. That those kind of person. Banality start creating this hate toward everything that is different. The uniformity. And here's the thing, 9 and 10, that's the far worst. But it's pretty much known as, an autumn person. It's people that hate art, people that, they will cut the funding for art even if there is money to fund it because it doesn't work. Like people that will not listen to music, that they just work and work and work. That's the worst kind of people. So you see, that's banality. Places where you will find banality. And here's the thing, a place can have higher or lower banality. It is not, say, like a strict number, like it will fluctuate with time. Corporations, the average cubicle office setup. Churches, mostly the ones that are just about hating, like eternal punishment, damnation in hell, and that's all they say. High banality. How can you gain banality, which you don't want to, but how do you gain banality in this game? If you're exposed to some banal object for a long period of time, if you destroy a treasure, if you kill a changeling or a dreaming, if you break an oath, which is super important for fairies, dark, cold iron, or if you do your antithesis, and we're gonna talk about the antithesis, which is pretty much something that goes against your nature, could give you banality. Now glamour, the nicer spot. Glamour is pretty much the thing from what dreams are made from. It is that glamour is that which makes a person experiment with life with their strong emotions. What makes them not want to have a routine and try different things. Reach what drives you to reach your greatest potential. That's glamour. What is glamour? It is produced by people that are passionate, like artists, astronomers, creators, people that look for the greater good in whatever they do, people that answer to a more innate and like old calling from their souls. That's where you get glamour. So yeah, people make glamour. How to get glamour? There are certain ways a changeling can get glamour. The revelry, the reverie, the rapture, among others. Or a rhapsody, which is pretty much forbidden. So, brief explanation here. The revelry is pretty much the way of the changeling, which is a way a changeling specific on your kid you can get glamour. The reverie is by inspiring a human, they will produce glamour and you will take it. It takes time. It is not like this. Rapture. Now, that's the hard part. You are part human, so you can create glamour as a person, but it's harder because you are not fully human. So there is this balance you have to reach. You can steal glamour. You attack a human and you take some glamour away from them, but that does have some penalties and it's bad for the person in the long run. And there is the rhapsody, which is the worst thing you can do. You pretty much inspire a person to produce their greatest masterpiece and you destroy it. All the glamour that person would have produced, which not all the glamour, like all the glamour, but a lot of glamour, it's taken from that. But here's the catch: if you do that, that dreamer, that person won't be able to produce glamour ever again. They won't create anymore. So you pretty much destroyed a dreamer forever for some extra points of glamour. And that is banality and glamour pretty much. Again, thanks for being here, and we will see you again on the next video. Do comment if you have any questions, and bye bye.